more do you find out about guys now on day 10 of camp when they've been at this every day and the mental factor of fatigue kind of sets in?
It's definitely a separator. I mean, it definitely separates the shorts, the early time, what I call the fresh leg days. Guys that are jumping up and down and all sparked up with energy, and then as time goes on, it takes special guys. It takes more leadership from both the seniors and from the leaders and the playmakers. But I definitely say it's a separator. It separates it, and the good thing is it's something that we've all gone through. Who's played. It's different years, different time, but it's all the same. It's a process, and I really believe you can begin to separate. But I think as time goes on, they'll get their legs back. There'll be that time that Coach Holderson said on the horizon to where they'll have extra time to get that back. Right now, it's not that time. Now it's time to play.
On the line, how do you strike a balance between continuity, working the same guys, but also providing a little bit of depth for that unit?
Really, to answer that question, you really want to find your top 5 guys. It's always been that. And then once you find your top 5 guys, you want to get them in a position and leave them there, whether right guard, left guard, right tackle, left tackle, and you move them when you have to. You want to be flexible to where guys understand both sides, inside and out, and guard and tackle. And the second team's the same way. You find your second 5. But after that, you begin to develop what we call a third tackle, a third guard, and 3 centers. So basically, you have 9 guys. You have an answer for 3 centers, an answer for 3 guards, an answer for 3 tackles, and then the other ones you push forward accordingly. But in order to do that, you have to have competition every day. Guys have to compete against each other. They have to stress each other. It's not, I'm not good enough, you're not good enough. If everybody's always competing against each other, then we're always getting better.
What's the value in a guy like McKivitz who could probably play both tackle spots if need be?
It's unlimited. From a line coach's standpoint, you'd like to think that if you're on the right side, whether it be guard or tackle, you can play the left side. You'd like to think that you can move guys around, be flexible. The issue here is he's still a young guy, so he needs to learn to play just right tackle and be really good at right tackle. But Coach Crook's done a nice job. We flipped him back and forth. He has the athleticism, he has the size, and again, he likes football. And that has a lot to do with it. So if you like football, you're going to learn what it takes to play on either side and get it done.
Does this look like a group that's 8-9 days into it, or are they pushing through, fighting through the way you want them to right now?
There's been some consistency. There's been some inconsistency. There's been, but I'm here to tell you that's not abnormal. That's not our expectations. We're not going to settle for anything. We want the best every day. That's why we're here. We know as a staff that there's a grind window and then there's a pull-off window, but this is not that time, so they understand. And again, Coach Holgerson's done a great job, and our whole offensive staff has, to push guys through a time. And sometimes you want to say, wow, can I make it through this? Oh, yes. And then you got to count on your leaders also, your older players, your older quarterbacks, your older linemen, your running backs, to, hey, look, guys, let's get this thing together and let's do what the coach has asked to do, because this is important for us to be ready to go to the next step.